Hello students, welcome to Social Science online classes. In this session, we'll learn the political science chapter, our constitution or Indian constitution. In this chapter, you are going to learn the Constituent Assembly of Constitution, the Constitution Drafting Committee and Framing of Constitution, the preamble to the Constitution, the salient features of the Constitution, and the fundamental rights, duties, and directive principles of the states. Dear children, some of the topics in this chapter have been reduced by the government, but still, we'll discuss some of the dropped topics in this session also. Now, first we'll have a look over what is constitution. Almost everything we do is governed by some set of rules. There are rules for games like soccer, for social clubs, and for adults in the working place. There are also rules imposed by morality and custom that play an important role in telling us what we should do, what we should not do. For example, in the game of soccer, a referee has full authority to enforce the rules or law of the game on the players. When a player does something against the rules, referee takes action like send off a player as shown in the images below. Have a look over the images here. Player is playing, is violating the rules, and the referee is showing the red card to the player to send him out of the match. Some rules that are made by legislatures, that also known as Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in India, for their own country are called law. We need laws in society so our society can regulate and work properly. They are designed to protect us and our property and to ensure that everyone in society behaves the way that the community expects them to. Law tells us what to expect as a consequence of our actions. Laws have been the glue that has kept society together. Without laws, there would be complete anarchy. In general, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. All other laws have to conform to the Constitution. The Constitution contains laws concerning the government and its relation with the people. A Constitution is concerned with two main aspects: the relation between the different levels of the government and between the government and the citizens. Have a look over the three main organs of the government, that is legislative body, judiciary, and executive on one side, and on the other side people. Legislative, its function is making law, judiciary interprets the law, and executive body enforces laws. Now look at the technical definitions of a constitution. A constitution is a set of fundamental principles or established precedents according to which a state or other organization is governed. These rules together make up, that is, constitute what the entity is. When these principles are written down into a single collection or a set of legal documents, those documents may be said to comprise a written constitution, or the document containing laws and rules which determine and describe the form of the government, the relationship between the citizens and the government is called a constitution. The history of Constitution of India. Constitution of India was enacted by the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949 and came into effect on 26 January 1950. The date 26 January was chosen to commemorate the Purna Swarajya Declaration of Independence of 1930. With the adoption, the Union of India officially became the modern and contemporary Republic of India, and it replaced the Government of Act 1935 as the country's fundamental governing document. The Assembly completed its task by November 26, 1949. The Constitution was enforced with effect from January 26, 1950. From that day, India became Republic of India. Look at a pic there. Dr. Rajendra Prasad signing the new Constitution. The Constituent Assembly of India was elected to write the Constitution of India following India's independence from Great Britain. Its members served as the nation's first parliament. This body was formed in 1946 for the purpose of making independent India's constitution. The Assembly passed a resolution in 1947 January defining the objectives of the constitution. Look at the objectives there. The first objective, to set up a union of India comprising British India and the princely states, to set up a federal form of government with separate state and central governments, to set up a democracy in which all power is derived from the people, in that first, where all people are guaranteed justice, equality and freedom, where minorities, depressed classes and the tribal rights are protected. To protect the integrity of India and her sovereign rights over land, sea and air, to help India attain its rightful place in the world and work for peace and welfare of all mankind. Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was the first president, temporary president. Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was the first temporary president of the Constituent Assembly when it met on December 9, 1946. Later, Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the president of the Constituent Assembly and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar became the chairman of its drafting committee on December 11, 1946. Look at the pictures there. The first one is first president, that is temporary president, Dr. Sachidanand Sinha, and left on December 9, 1946. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, middle, the one who is in the middle, the president of Constituent Assembly, and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the chairman of its drafting committee on December 11, 1946. The Constituent Assembly consisted of 385 members, of which 292 were elected by the elected members of provincial legislative assemblies, while 93 members were nominated by the princely states. To these were to be added a representative, each from the 4 chief commissioners provinces of Delhi, Ajmer, Marwar, Coorg and British Balochistan. This is the pic of the first day of the Constituent Assembly, which was met on December 9, 1946. See, our constitution, some of the features of an Indian constitution are borrowed from the constitutions of a other country. We'll have a look over that. Borrowed features of a constitution of India. From UK, what is borrowed from UK? Nominal head, president, cabinet system of ministers, post of prime minister, parliamentary type of government, bicameral parliament, lower house more powerful, council of ministers responsible to lower house, provision of a speaker in Lok Sabha. These things have been borrowed from the constitution of United Kingdom. Now from USA, written constitution, appointment of vice president, fundamental rights, Supreme Court, head of the state known as the president, provision of states judicial review has been borrowed from USA constitution. From Australia, concurrent list, center state relationship, language of the preamble. From USSR, that is United States of Soviet Russia, what they have borrowed from USSR, they have borrowed fundamental duties and 5-year plan. And from Germany, emergency provisions. From Japan, law on which the Supreme Court functions. From Canada, federal system and residuary powers. From South Africa, procedure of constitutional amendment. From Ireland, concept of directive principles of state policy. These all features have been derived from the different countries which are present in the Indian Constitution. The Assembly met in sessions open to the public for 166 days, spread over a period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days before adopting the Constitution. It was finally passed and accepted on November 26, 1949. In all, the 284 members of the Assembly signed the official copies, that is original copies of the Indian Constitution. After many deliberations and some modifications over 111 plenary sessions in 114 days, the 308 members of the Assembly signed 2 final copies of the document, one each in Hindi and English, on 24 January 1950. Same day, the Assembly unanimously elected Dr. Rajendra Prasad as the President of India, which came into effect on January 26, 1950, known and celebrated as the Republic Day of India. Now, we'll have a look over the preamble to Constitution of India. The preamble to the Constitution of India is a brief introductory statement that sets out the guiding purpose and principles of the document. The preamble to the Constitution. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. The first verse of the preamble, "We the people," signifies the power is ultimately vested in the hands of the people of India. So far, the preamble has been amended only once in 1976 by 42nd Amendment, that is change, amendment means changes, which inserted the words socialism, secularism and integrity. A brief description of these concepts are as follows. Sovereign. What comes there? First word is sovereign. Sovereign, it means free to follow internal and external policies. Secular means no particular religion is preferred. Socialist means no concentration of power and money. Democratic, it means rule by elected representative of the people of India. Republic, it means no room for hereditary ruler or monarch. Look at the pictures here. The preamble page, along with other pages of the first and original book of a Constitution of India, was designed and decorated solely by renowned painter Bihar Shakha. Left is Hindi, middle one is English version of a preamble as available in the first book of Constitution of India, to the right there. Dear students, we'll wind up the session here only. In the next session, we shall continue with the same chapter with the different topics. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.